Good evening, good evening, good evening. How's everyone doing? I know it's nighttime, so I'm not going to try to keep you long. I don't know what this week has done to me, but I'm just not doing it during the day. I'm just not doing it during the day right now. But I want to make sure to get in the day and to stay on track with that and be very consistent with posting that. So it's your girl Janine with Symphony Reads. Please, by all means, you can call us, leave us a message, what you like. 240-681-9275. That was 240-681-9275. And also, you can always email us. We love email. We love reading comments and responding as needed and necessary. And that is Symphony Reads with an S at gmail.com. Symphony Reads with an S at gmail.com. And of course, visit us on Facebook. You'll find out a lot about us. I think on Facebook, we're a small community of believers, but we love inspiring everyone and trying to be as positive and motivating as we can, even if we are going through life's tragedy, whatever that could be in your life. We definitely still try to be who God has called us to be. And, just want you to know you're not alone. Whatever you're going through, whatever that struggle is for you, one, you are not alone. Two, what you're going through and how you feel, that's 100. That's real. It's not something that you can just turn off. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to have feelings. If you're hurt, then you're hurt. If you're not, then you're not. If you're happy, you're happy. And, be okay with whatever that feeling is. Know that it's valid. I think is just what I'm really trying to get at. That, a lot of times we go through things and we feel like we're not allowed to feel whatever that is. And I don't agree with that in the sense that, you have to own where you are because your feelings are valid. If whatever hurt you and you are hurt, you are hurt. Now, my hurt may look different from your hurt, but the fact is, you are validated by your feelings. It's valid. It's important. It's not something you hide from. And so I just wanted to throw that out there. I have no idea why, but I wanted to throw that out there. And no, it's hard, and I know people hate hearing it, but you will get through it. I'm in a funk, and I will get through it. Good days, bad days. I'm going to get through it. I just know I am. So, I don't try to dwell in that sad, dark, lonely place because that's what it looks like for me most of the time. And, I still try to do things. I still try to be as positive as I know how to be. But there are days where I'm just like, you know what? Not today. I can't do it today. And I still try to find something positive. And so just know that you're not alone, and it's a press through. We have to press through what we're going to because we're going to get through it. We're going to get through it, okay? I just wanted you to know that, and that's part of why we do what we do here. So like I said, check us out on Facebook. You can call us. You can leave us an email. You can respond in our Facebook. Leave a comment there. We have the prayer group that you can always join. We love new members, and that's just where we are. So let's just jump right into it. Today is the 23rd, January 23rd, Thursday. And this is what this is what it is for today. Words to live by. Okay. It says, be kind often. Life isn't always easy, and you have no idea what other folks are experiencing. Your truth is yours. Leave space for someone else to trust in people. Believe in what you can't see. Know that the world is an inherently beautiful place. Believe that you are exactly as you're supposed to be. Trust your journey. Be a force for good stuff. I won't say that word. I will not, but you can imagine what it says. It says, be a force for good stuff. We'll leave it as that. And for the love of all things holy, be kind. Words to live by. Wow. How many are those? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 11. It's 11 words to live by. Where do I begin with this? You know, when I read this, the first thing that came to my mind is I agree, sort of, with what they're saying, what's being said here. Because I think we should always be kind. I don't think it should say often. I think we should always be kind. And that's not to say that we won't have times and moments in life where, you know, maybe somebody's pressing really hard and being kind might not be where we're at. But I think we should always try. You know what I'm saying? I think we should always try to be kind. You know what I'm saying? To show that to people. Because I think you can be the person more with love than you can with hate. You know what I'm saying? And so I think we should just always be that way. And I agree with this. Life isn't always easy. And you have no idea what other folks are experiencing. And that is so true. That is absolutely true. Life is not always easy. Not for anybody. I don't, you know, now just because the people you know may not be going through a tough spot at that moment in their life, but it's not always like that. You know what I'm saying? Even if you listen to their stories, I'm pretty sure they can tell you where they've been. And we have no idea what a person is going through. We have no idea. You know what you know because they may have shared something with you, but to the extent of what a person is going through, we have no clue. None. But so know that you're not the only one experiencing. It's everyone. We all at some point are experiencing something. Okay? So I agree with that. And then it says your truth is yours. Leave space for someone else too. And your truth is yours. You know what I'm saying? How you feel, that's real. It's yours. Own it. You know, I'm not happy today. I'm not saying you gotta sit around, acting that way or just be like, I say try to press through the best way you know how. But it's true. But in all of that, just like we don't know what other people are going through, don't nobody know what you're going through, correct? With me so far. But sometimes we have to come outside of ourselves and what we're going through. And we can be a blessing for someone else because somebody else could be going through something. And, so we have to leave space and know that your truth is yours, but their truth is theirs. And, I believe, and this is truly just my belief, that when you sometimes come out of your own situation and you're in a place where you can help somebody in their situation, it helps you in the long run. It literally helps you. Maybe because you have a chance to, because you're focused here, you have a chance to really think about your own situation. And, I'm telling you. So I agree with that. Trust in people. I think, we live in a world where I would say it's almost hard to really trust in people. And I say that just because in my own life, I have had so many people, and I'm talking people like I know, done some pretty shady things. And it was intended to hurt me. You know what I'm saying? And so, but I don't walk around being like, you know what, I just don't trust you. And that doesn't mean that I'm walking with a blind eye. And what I mean by that is, I want to believe the best in people, but I'm not going to walk into a shaky, shady situation. That's what I'm saying. I trust the Holy Spirit. I trust what the Holy Spirit tells me. I trust that. So if something is telling me not to, let's just say, go to that restaurant right there, I'm not going. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to knowingly put myself in harm's way. And, there may be a reason why I shouldn't be going to that restaurant. So, like I say, I believe the best in all, but I'm not surprised, if they do stuff. And what I mean by that is just anything. It doesn't even have to be like, oh, they robbed a bank. You know what I'm saying? Or, oh, they murdered somebody. I'm not, it doesn't even have to be like that serious. I'm just saying, we all find ourselves in situations. So life can bring you to a place, you hear what I'm saying, where, you might not, you can do some things. You will do some things. And, so that's what I mean when I say I won't be, I've lived a life where I'm not surprised. And, but I really do try to believe the best in people. I try to believe the best in people. I believe in God. So when it says believe in what you can't see, I don't see God, but I know him. And I believe in him. And I trust that statement to that point, because right there, that's the first thing I thought of when it says trust what you can't see. And it doesn't have to be so, like, oh, well, just that. I mean, again, when you trust what you can't see, it could help you from walking into a shaky situation. Seriously, trust what you can't see. That's an intuition type thing going on there. I choose to call it the Holy Spirit guiding me. Worldly people will say it's intuition. I don't know, but I trust it, and I don't see it, but I definitely trust it. This world is big, but it's also small, but it's also very beautiful. How it was created, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. When God created this world, this earth, it's beautiful. Now, I'm not going to say that, we haven't done things to ugly it up, and that's people. But the creation itself was beautiful from the start. You know what I'm saying? And I think we forget that because we're so inundated with this and that. And I think that goes large into, learning to smell the roses. Like take that second out to smell the roses, or to, breathe in that fresh air that we take for granted that we're doing. So just know that it's beautiful. It was created beautiful. It wasn't created to what we see now. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. The trees are like amazing. The sun, the moon, the stars, just depending on what type of where the world you are. Just, it's beautiful. Seeing the animals move in and out of, out of wherever they're at, grazing, it's beautiful. Don't miss it. And that's what I take from that. Just let's not miss that. Believe that you are exactly as you're supposed to be. I think with that one, it's a good thing, And when I say that is because I go back, when I read that and hear that, I go back to this. God didn't make a mistake. If you are here, you are not a mistake. Don't listen to what people say about you. Like I've heard parents say, I wasn't trying to have no baby. She was a mistake, or he was a mistake. No, Now, just because we have our own ideas of what we wanted and didn't want, you here because you're supposed to be here. You are not a mistake. And you might have been a mistake to your mom and daddy, if that's what it is. But guess what? You are no mistake to God. So that's what I get from that, and just you are where you're supposed to be. You are exactly as you're supposed to be. You know, you were created exactly the way you're supposed to be. And it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Huh. I'm so sorry. This is what happens at night. Trust your journey. We have to trust it. Even when it hurts, we have to trust the journey. I don't always understand my journey, but I know that whatever it is I'm going is to get me to a different part of the journey. It's like if I don't trust the movement, and because we feel like in life we should not experience bad things because it just doesn't feel good when we're going through something bad. Right now, I'm in a bad state. And what I mean that is just things are not going well. You know what I mean? And I don't know how else to say it. It's just not a hunky-dory thing for me right now. But I just see it as this is building. This is building. You know what I'm saying? I don't always understand where it's taking me, but I trust the journey. God not going to put you on a journey just to have you on a journey. You got to learn lessons along the way, period. That's anybody. Okay, you got to learn lessons along the way, and not every lesson that you learn is a happy, ooh, shake good thing. Some lessons are painful. They're hard to learn. Now, that doesn't mean go sticking your hand on the iron when you already know that iron is hot. That's not what I'm saying. Or putting your hand in a snake pit thinking that the snake ain't gonna bite you. We not going there. That's just not being safe. So that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. So we have to just trust where we are. And, even when it doesn't feel good, we have to understand that what happens when something bad happens to you, or, something is just not going well. You learn something and you grow from it, right? Maybe it's just me. I learn from what I'm going through. So, this is the time I just say, Lord, what is it that you're trying to get me to learn? What do you want me to know? What am I, where am I stuck at? Why am I still here in this spot? So we have to trust the journey. We have to trust that each part is integral to get us to the next part of the journey. When I tell, people will say, what happens when you climb that mountain? There's another mountain right behind it. So you overcome, you go through and you overcome. And it goes on and on and on. You know what I'm saying? So just trust the journey. Just know that you're not going through stuff just to be going through it. It's not a hard period just because it's a hard period. Your season is what your season is at that time. And just trust the journey, because what's happening now, it's a stepping stone for what's going to happen next. Be a force for good stuff. Don't be afraid to let good stuff happen. I'm trying to get to a place where I'm ready for some good stuff. I'm ready for some just goodness to happen, and I'm open for it, and I'm looking forward for it. I don't think it's all doom and gloom all the time. So I really do look for the silver lining in the darkness. And this is all I have to say with that one. And for the love of all things holy, be kind. And that just brings you back to the first one, be kind. Be kind. Always be kind. I think we should always try to be kind first. That should be our number one thing. That doesn't mean people won't push those buttons. And that doesn't mean that you should let people step all over you either. I'm just saying that should be our thing. Love. Love is kind. We need to be kind. We need to display that in our lives. So when I read these, like I said, I kind of went through all of them. But when I read them, and I'm not going to be much longer, I absolutely promise, it reminded me of another things to live by, things to just keep my front. And the first thing I thought about, it just like when I read those, I thought of the Beatitudes in Matthew 5, 1 through 12. Matthew 5, 1 through 12. Well, the actual Beatitudes start at 3 through 10. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you have about yeah. And well, I was trying to think how it's actually like 10 Beatitudes. Yeah. So they're long. But I thought of those. You should take a moment to read those. They are amazing, and they just warms my heart when I think about them. And like I said, when I read this, that's just, my brain went straight there. It just went straight to the Beatitudes and how can we live out the Beatitudes. And I think it's possible, and it's something to live by. It's like a code, if you will. And I love the Beatitudes. And so if you get a moment, that's Matthew 5, 1 through 12. Read that. I'm telling you, it'll bless you in so many different ways. And leave a comment, because maybe we can actually just do a show where we can really just go through the Beatitudes and how can we live that out, the Beatitudes out. Is it even possible in today's world? And I believe it absolutely can happen. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's just something that we should attain to, do. When you think about how to live by, the Bible itself is just an example of how we should try to live our lives, especially as believers, especially as God's children, So, I mean, they are beautiful. You have like, blessed are they who mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. And it goes on and on. Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. And no, I am not doing them in order. I'm just, kind of, going through some of them. But you really, really should read them, because I think it's definitely something we should live by. And so I just hope this blessed you. This is where it's hard to believe, because January, we're already at the 23rd, on the 23rd of January. And I can't believe that. So I just want you to be blessed today. I know it's nighttime. Get as much rest as you possibly can. And I will see you tomorrow for day 24. Peace and blessings to you all. Bye-bye.